more specifically, we'll be able to work with you closely. Those rooms are usually smaller groups of people where we can really give you guys individualized attention. So you can come in and say, well, what's the best practice for this strategy? And you're going to get expert consultation. We'll be able to work with. So, more specifically, we'll be able to work with. Anyway, yeah, it's a really great experience. We have great feedback in there. People come back all the time, several times a week, because they're trying something new, or they want expert feedback on what they're trying to accomplish. So please come see us, guys, any day of the week. Ina just shared the link in the chat, dubb.com/T. It's right on the dashboard. And it keeps me motivated and happy every day, because I get to come work with you guys directly and hear your successes and your really great feedback, and others get to hear your success and feedback and questions. So it's a great environment. So I'd love to see you there.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a powerful opportunity for us to receive real-time feedback from you guys, because really a couple of reasons. Number one is the results that you guys are getting are the most important thing to us, hands down. And those results are important to us because, number one, it keeps you happy, it keeps you motivated, it keeps you as a client with us, as a partner with us. But the second thing, it allows us to understand how we can actually improve the overall experience and how we can make it better for you. Most of our iterations, I'd say 80 to 90% of our technological iterations come specifically from customer feedback. We might come up with an idea, but chances are your idea is going to be a little bit better than us. Now, what we have experience with is technology and figuring out ways to scale it and monetize it and having a good user experience. But ultimately, there's problems that we're trying to solve, and we totally count on you guys and rely on you guys to give us that feedback. So join us, dubb.com/T, T as in training, to get real-time training 5 days a week, 10 a.m. Pacific. I don't know any other companies that do that. That's really powerful. That's how important it is for us to see you guys succeed. So love to see you guys in there.
Nice. So someone informed us just we are in the webinar mode. The screen pinned in the chat is disabled. So the Q&A is working, but if we can go into the settings and enable the chat, I think. So that's probably going to be good. And by the way, we will be able to answer questions, guys, in real time through the Q&A. So that is definitely turned on. So don't leave that out. Any questions you guys have, we'd love to answer today as well. So Ruben, did we figure out the stream situation where, yeah, it says active stream?
Yeah, all good. We're streamed, we're live. The one thing I want to check out really quickly is how we can actually go and turn chat on. Now, the big question is, if we go and turn this chat on, is it going to be able to work right now? So maybe, Ina, if you can pop into our Zoom account and see if there's a switch to turn on chat.
Yeah,
but
it's already on.
It's on. Okay, so okay, magic, amazing. There's the Command R, Control Delete stress that we always get. If you turn something on, is it actually going to work? So grateful that it is. Welcome to the announcement of Dubb Magenta version 7.0. We're so excited to announce this. Dubb 6.0 took place. A lot of people didn't know about it, but it actually took place. And it was our sort of entry point into the world of artificial intelligence and allowing technology to help us write and converting text into video and getting more improvements to automation. And 7.0 is really the culmination of so much work, so many updates, so much evolution to help you guys get ultimately what you want, which is more productivity, more pipeline, and more profit. Those are our 3 Ps for the day. As always, just some housekeeping rules. Please put your chat in the chat. Well, that sounds obvious. We want to know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, and also what problems are you guys trying to solve? Is it prospecting? Is it nurturing? Is it closing deals? Is it getting more leads to come in through Facebook? Is it powering up your YouTube channel, or getting more videos on social media, or email campaigns, or SMS, or building out automated workflows? Like, what problems are you guys looking to solve? This webinar is going to be about features, but really it's going to be about getting you guys results. That's what this is about. Okay, technology is here to make our lives easier and to produce more output for us. Okay, so would love to know where you guys are tuning in from. What problems are you guys trying to solve? The premise to Dubb Magenta. Actually, I'll take a step back. Why is it called Dubb Magenta? So just a little bit of a behind the scenes moment. we have been, for the last several weeks, we've been going through a little bit of a thought process on how we can actually brand our updates. And we came up with this cool word, Dubb Omni. And that was sort of our initial title for Dubb 7.0. And we said, oh, Dubb Omni, Omnichannel, that's really cool. And then we started to say, well, wait a minute, Dubb 7.0 is awesome. Lucky number 7, amazing. But what happens for Dubb 8.0? What we always talk about is scalability, repeatability, systems, processes. So we said, wait a minute, it's probably not a repeatable thing. We should come up with something more thematic. So we were in a meeting, and Rob Botts here decided to go back to his passion, which is coloring and art and just, those crayons in our hands. And there's something so magical about that in terms of colors, because colors are emotions. In fact, the Dubb icon, the Dubb logo, is teal, fuchsia, and magenta. And also that green color. I think it's like a parrot green or a forest green. And I think what's really interesting is that now we sort of enabled ourselves to have a repeatable theme for all of our updates. So moving forward, every single update that we are going to do is going to have a colored theme. And we're really excited about that. So awesome stuff. Omnichannel. What is Omnichannel? Well, Omnichannel, as I see it, is the integration of technology and channels to drive more engagement with your prospects to ultimately get more conversions. So we've heard that term a lot. And, there's social media, there's YouTube, there's email, there's SMS, there's email drip campaigns, there's picking up the phone, there's good old, hand-to-hand handshakes and meetings, and the list goes on. There are so many different ways to make connections with our prospects and with our contacts. And it's so important at this point to be able to leverage artificial intelligence, to leverage customer journey tracking, to be able to record videos, to be able to create content to ultimately make more connections that drive more of those conversions. So the culmination of Dubb Magenta 7.0 is really an integration of all aspects of your sales and marketing. We're going to talk about email, SMS, how to publish videos from the Dubb mobile app to your social media channels, how to use the Dubb desktop app with a pause button and multiple clips to power up a YouTube channel. Like, throw me a 1 in the comments if you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, because now I promise you guys, you'll have no excuse. There is it's official as of today. Nobody has an excuse to not create a YouTube channel, okay? And the reason why I say that is because it's hard to create a YouTube channel. We all know that YouTube is the most scalable social media channel on the planet. And 1 view on YouTube is probably the equivalent of 1,000 views on Instagram or TikTok, because people click on the link, they read the description. It's a 6-minute video or a 10-minute video instead of a 30-second one. It's much more engaging. It's much more of a real deep, meaningful connection. So now you can use the Dubb desktop app, which we're going to show you very shortly on how to really easily, without anxiety, record clips dynamically with some editing and then publish those to your YouTube channel. Okay. Automation for the pro users in the house. Give me a big fat PRO if you are a Dubb Pro user, if you're using automation, if you're building automated workflows, if you're creating those amazing triggers and getting awesome emails sent out to people that you meet at conferences, or that fill out a form on Facebook, or fill out a form on your website, or that you manually add as a tag. CRM updates, email campaign, AI writing. My goodness, if you guys are not using AI to help you through writing, you're missing out. But don't worry, we're going to make it really easy to show you guys how to do that, whether it's your email subject line or the body of a message that you want to send, or a script to an entire YouTube video, even social media captions and short 60-second videos that you can post on TikTok. Whatever it is, we implore you guys to use AI to help you with your writing. You don't need to use everything that the AI generates. You can pick and choose it. You can add the HI, which is the human element, but use it and consider using the teleprompter. Read directly or just have bullets. Anyways, thank you guys so much for attending this webinar. I'd love to pass it over to Darius. Darius, I know you're going to jump right in.
Well, actually, I have something really cool to say. That I'm so happy to see you guys. That those that I recognize some people have been around for a while. Jason Duncan, welcome back, friend. Some really cool people I recognize. Some really great questions, some feedback. I'm so excited to answer these questions, guys. But we have some stuff to show you first. So I love that they're coming in. Stay tuned. I can't wait to answer them. But we're gonna jump in and show you guys some cool stuff. I'm sure there'll be more questions after that, and then we'll get them all wrapped up. We'll have some time after. Good. So if you want to come hang out with us, we'll be here after. So
Nice.
sweet. Rob, I think you're going to show us some magic with the AI.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So everybody out there, just starting off, first of all, AI, I mean, it's been in the news for how long now? I mean, the last year has just been an acceleration of so many different AI evolutions, whether it comes to imaging, writing, it's just moving so quickly. So for us at Dubb, it was really important to have a tool that would really, really integrate well with what people are trying to do in terms of the writing process. Because a lot of the times, anyone out there who's written something, you can get writer's block, or it's tough. Writing's not easy sometimes. You want to sit down and, okay, let me think, whether it's YouTube content, a sales script, nurturing, sometimes it's hard. You get blocked sometimes. So the biggest thing that I've always found with AI is the fact that it's a nice skeletal starting point. It gives you some nice references. It gets the fire started in your brain and really moves you kind of in the right direction. But the key is to have options and tasks. So when the team designed Ira, it was all about how can we break this up to make it efficient and on point so it really helps you get going. So I'm going to share my screen and show you this right here. So check this out. This is within the Dubb dashboard. And this is something we go over every day in the daily training. People that have been in the Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. PST are well aware of this. If you're not aware that we have a writing assistant with AI, well, here it is. And it's really good. So you definitely want to check it out and play with it and use it and get used to it being part of your process. So we had it broken up into different parts here. So within the dashboard, if I click on task, a little drop-down menu, it gives you a ton of different props. You can rewrite copy. You can tell me about what is the best way to, hey, you can even write a joke. You want to open up a sales with a joke? Why? Maybe a knock-knock joke. You've got all kinds of different prompts in here to choose from. So when you're going through this list, take the time and scroll through and say, oh, wow, okay, maybe I want to write an email. You know what? How about an event invite? I just want an outline. There's a poem in there as well. So in this case, I'm going to go to sales script. That's going to be my prompt. I want to write a sales script. So I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to go over here and I've got to choose an industry. And we have all kinds of industry choices within here, okay? There's a number of them. So whatever your industry is, choose that industry. And now you got to think about, okay, what's the topic? So I want to write a sales script. Well, what is it going to be about? So you've got, the more specific you are here, the better the AI will churn out what you want. So if I say, I want to know what is the best, what are the best ways to increase the value of a home. And I'm going to get in specific. Boston, Mass, my home. There we go. Boom. What are the best ways to increase the value of a home in Boston, Massachusetts? Okay. Now we're going to choose a tone. So this is really important in terms of how the AI is going to interpret the writing and how it sounds. So you can get as expansive here as you want. I'm going to go with persuasive because it's a sales script. I'm going to go optimistic. You always want to be looking at, the positive side of things. Let's go friendly, but let's also go informative because that's something we really want to inform someone on what's happening. And just for the fun of it, let's add hilarious in there as well. Now you can control the length over here as far as the words. So choose what you like. I'm going to hit submit here and let's see what the AI comes up with. Now, a kind of professional tip here with the AI is when it gives us an answer like it's given us right here, right? I'm going to read through just a couple quick spots of it, right? Well, buckle up because we've got some game-changing tips for you. But wait, there's more. Our team of experts add paint to add a splash of pizzazz. So there's a number of different phrasings in here that the AI gave you that you might like, but you also might not like some of the other stuff. So what you can do is kind of cobble some things together. Be like, you know what? I like 2 or 3 sentences out here. I think I'm going to keep those. I'm going to hit submit and you don't have to change anything. And you hit submit again, it's going to give you a completely different answer than what you just had. And you might find some other phrases in here. So let's turn your humble abode into a Boston masterpiece. Maybe you like that ending. So just keep using the tool and hit submit as many times as you like to kind of find what you want to, what the AI is giving you and kind of take it and put it together. But the last part of this is no matter what the AI gives you, you always want to make it your own. You always want to give it the human pass. You want to be able to put it in the words in terms of how you speak and how you communicate. You always want to do that. So it's really just part of a process. And that's why I say AI is not simply just a copy and paste once it's created. It's a create, You go through it with the human element, and then it's put together in a sandwich there that then you send out. That's the most important part when you're doing this. Now, from the technology part of us with Ira here, down the bottom, you got a couple of choices. So you can add this to scripts, or you can convert to video. So people that have been in the daily trainings know we have something called Vera, which is where you can convert text to a photo that's there with some waveform action and an AI voice. It's kind of a very cool kind of thing to do if you just want to send a video out, but you can't get on camera, and maybe there's some bad audio as well. So it's a neat thing. It's called Vera. But in this case, we're going to add this to our scripts because maybe we cobble together what we like. We're going to hit add scripts, and it's going to take us over here, and we're going to save it into our script area. All right. So then what you do is you come over here within Dubb, you check out the title. I'm going to leave it that way for right now. Oh, I'm going to share it with the entire team, and I'm going to save. Okay. Now, by doing this, using this Ira tool, you've saved so much time. Okay. And now that you have this script, you got to put it into action. So I'm going to click on our basic website recorder here, and I'm going to open up the teleprompter. Now, the teleprompter we have across all of our technologies. We have it on the basic website recorder. We have it on the Chrome extension. We have it on the desktop app, and we have it on the mobile app. And if you have not used a teleprompter before, we highly recommend just leaning into it and trying it if you haven't. Some top level reasons why: it keeps you very efficient. It keeps you on point. A lot of the times when you're talking about something that you love, you could go on forever about it. You might want to make a 30 to 45 second prospecting video, and that thing balloons to 1.5 to 2 minutes before you know it. It's well intentioned, but again, it's way too long, way too long. So when you're writing these scripts, just like we did with AI, we give it the human pass, right? When you give it the human pass, you're writing it in terms of how you speak, which is very important with a teleprompter, okay? So if I go up here, I go in here, I look for my script. Hey, it's right there. Boom, there it is. Now this drops down. Now this is going to be default set to scroll. So this is going to be the scroll. So when I hit record, it's going to start scrolling up. And also I can choose my speed. Mine's about 180, but you want to go what conversationally works for you. And some physical best practices when you're doing this, especially on the computer, my camera sits right on top of my laptop. Well, I don't want to be on top of it like this because I'm going to be looking down and reading. This distance right here is pretty good. You want to read out of the top line of the teleprompter. And like I said, when you write it in your own words and you practice this, it's going to sound very natural. So, and that just comes with practice. But you could even bullet point something if you wanted to as well. If you don't want to write an exact script, you could bullet point something. But again, you've got to have a lot of discipline because those bullet points don't have exact words below them. You've got to keep yourself reined in. So real quickly, just so you can see the functionality very quickly, I'm going to hit record and watch it start to scroll. Get a little bit of a countdown, and I'll just read the first couple lines here. Hey there, Boston homeowners, looking to boost your property value and make your home talk of the town? Well, you're in luck because I've got some epic tips for you. And you can actually hit the pause button here, which is fantastic. Maybe you say a couple lines, you want to take a pause, and then you can hit resume, and it keeps moving. So the whole idea behind all of this is you are able to use the AI writing tool, come up with your content for what you want to do, hit it a couple times, get a couple versions of it, give it the human pass, package it, get it over to your scripts, load it into your teleprompter, and you have saved a massive amount of time. Ruben and I, over the years, when we do our YouTube stuff, that's how we stay efficient. That's how we stay on point. That's how we stay consistent. We sit there, we use the Ira writing tool, we make it our own, we load it into the teleprompter, whether it's on the website or the mobile app, and we just go. And it keeps you super, super on point. So anybody out there, if you haven't used teleprompter yet, you have not used AI, an AI assistant like Ira for writing, I highly recommend using it. Because remember, it's just part of the process. Let the technology make you better and more efficient. So that's my take.
Nice. Good, Rob. Fantastic. So we got some feedback and saying, there's little nuances like Rob mentioned to mastering the teleprompter. There's different devices. You can use the mobile, you can use the desktop app, the website as Rob was using. So there's going to be some settings, right? You can adjust the width, the height. And also one of the things that's key is the number of words per line. You're going to want to make sure you don't put, 10 words per line or a bunch of words in a single paragraph without a natural sort of pause. So that takes just a little bit of refining and teleprompter practice. But that's when you're going to be recording a video that's seen by a whole bunch of people. We don't recommend teleprompters for your quick one-off hello. Like you wouldn't have a teleprompter to go speak to your friend or associate. So don't recommend it in those situations. It's really for your rehearsed videos, like ones that are going to be put in, in front of a lot of people. So anyway, Ruben, audio.
So the next thing that I can show is the Dubb desktop app. And I think that that's, it's a game changer for me. I mean, we sort of built the Dubb desktop app with the intention to solve this problem of removing anxiety when you record videos, okay? Live video streaming is great. In fact, we're streaming this live to Facebook and YouTube right now. But the reality of a live streamed video is that typically it's long. I mean, this video is going to be 1 hour long. There's no pause buttons in live. There's no scripting. There's no teleprompter. You have to sort of go off the cuff. But the premise was, what if we could create a desktop recorder where we could allow you to go full screen on your webcam and then jump to showing your screen and then import a video from your computer or your phone and then seamlessly merge those videos together to make one video that you can then upload to YouTube, or you can upload to your social channels, or you can send it as a one-to-one video message or a Dubb video email. The choice really is yours. And that really is what brought us to this latest version of the Dubb desktop app, version 4.0. So the first thing that I recommend that you guys do is just update your desktop app, Mac and PC, get it to the latest version. We are rolling out the version across Mac and PC. So if you don't yet see 4.0, just give us a couple of days and you will see that. You will also see in the settings, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. In the settings of the Dubb desktop app, there are some switches here. Maybe we'll call them Easter eggs. In the settings, you'll notice two switches. Number one, enable clip recording, beta, enable video editor, beta. Okay, so these two switches are going to be off by default. Okay, so if you want to test some of the new features and basically be a beta tester more or less, then we encourage you guys to turn both of these switches on. Okay, if you're not ready, if you are not ready for this and you want to wait for a couple more updates, that's totally fine. It's completely up to you. So here's how it looks. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to decide if we're starting with, here, I'll start like this. So, so you guys can see this, Darius, you can see my panel, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to decide what type of video you want to record. Do you want to record a webcam video, which is webcam only? Or do you want to record a screen video, which is a combination of screen and webcam? Okay, so I'll just choose screen video. Now, the first thing it's going to do is open up the person in the circle, which we call it. And then you'll notice there's a couple of different sizes that you can do. You can also increase this and make it custom. So one of the things that sometimes we do is that when we're doing a demo, we'll sort of size it perfectly within our browser. And that way it sort of looks congruous with the design. The other thing that you can do is you can also double click on this and boom, now you're in full screen mode. Okay. If you want to get out of that, of course, double screen again. You can also click the shortcut and this will allow, again, that full screen video. So just let's take a pause here and think about how powerful. Let's take a moment right now to think about how powerful that really is. Okay. If you want to start a YouTube video full screen webcam, which is kind of typically how YouTube videos are done a lot of the times, this is a great way to be able to do so. So what I might consider doing is full screening my webcam and saying, hello folks, welcome to this YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I'm going to show you how to use the new Dubb desktop app. Let's get started. So what I can do at that point, let's do that again, I'll record it this time. Hello folks, welcome to this video on the new Dubb desktop app. See, now what I can do, if you notice there, is I click the pause button. Okay, so by clicking the pause button, a couple of things can happen. Number one, first and foremost, I can take a breath. I can think about what I'm going to say. I don't have the anxiety of having to keep pushing through this video. I can take a moment. Okay, the next thing that I can do is I can assemble my screen so that it looks nice. What I want to do in this case is I want to make my webcam a circle like this, put it to the left here, and then I want to sort of expand this browser window right here. And then when I'm ready, I can go ahead and click the record button again. So let's do that. And here we are in the Dubb website. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Dubb desktop app that integrates a video directly into the Dubb website, which you can also post directly to YouTube. Boom, I've got my line. I'm speaking in clips. Now, the other thing that's totally a possibility here is that I can open up my teleprompter. This teleprompter is not going to be visible in the video, nor is this video recorder. The only thing that's going to be visible is the screen and the webcam feed. So these are going to be hidden from your recordings. So this is like your secret weapon on keeping yourself on task. When we record videos, that video that you might have seen of me announcing Dubb Magenta, that was all read directly from a teleprompter. I went through the process. I used Ira. I did a bunch of updates. I recorded it a couple of times, and I got to the point where I could record it just by reading directly from the teleprompter. So if you guys don't want to read directly from the teleprompter, that's okay. Just put bullets, put an outline, and that's absolutely going to be fine here. Okay. So once I've done that, now here is where the magic begins. Okay. I can click the checkbox, and now what's happened here is I have my first clip here. Okay. This opens up so many possibilities for real-time editing. Real-time editing is so powerful because it's going to allow you to make yourself repeatable and scalable, which is my absolute favorite term, which Rob knows. Okay. Because I don't need to have a video editor now. What I can do at this point is I can upload a video, an MP4 file from my computer. Let's say that I recorded something with the Dubb desktop app previously, or with the Dubb mobile app, or with my phone natively, or if I have a stock image, or if I had a video editor create something, or whatever the case may be, a testimonial video from a video reply, whatever it is, I can select that MP4 or WebM file. Just so you guys know, WebM files are a condensed file format that video screen recordings get recorded in, just like this one. So you can import either one of those. And then by doing so, it's going to add it into your timeline. Okay, so boom, now I've got a second video here. I can reorder these clips. This can be my intro video. This can be my screen video. This can be a testimonial. This can be something that I recorded with my phone. The sky is the limit. Okay, so we encourage you guys to think like a real-time editor. Okay. Now, does this mean that you don't need to work with editors anymore? No, that's not what this means. It means that you can do real-time editing. You don't necessarily need to have post-production editing. Now, sometimes you don't have the time to do some of that stuff, so you need to outsource it. But if you want to get yourself to a point where you can take your individual videos, trim them, clip them, merge them, and then do a little bit more trimming, which is what I'm going to show in a moment, this is the tool that you've been looking for. Okay, so it's good for your mental health. It's good for scaled production of videos. And frankly, it's just a lot of fun to use. Okay. Now you'll notice once I'm done with my videos, maybe I'll record one more video. Thank you for watching this video, and consider subscribing to this channel and visit dubb.com. Thanks. Boom. I've got my 3 videos in there. Now what I can do at this point is really powerful. I'm going to click done recording. It's going to process these videos. By processing, it's going to merge these videos, okay? Now I've got a basic editor here. Now, this is not Premiere, this is not iMovie, this is not Final Cut Pro, so don't manage expectations here, because we're not going to compete with Apple and Adobe. However, what it is a very easy editor that you can start using immediately. Very little training is required in this. First thing you're going to want to do is to watch your video. Let's just take a quick look at it. Hello, folks. Welcome to this video. There's my video. Now, maybe I kind of flubbed a line here and I want to trim it. What I can do is I can simply split these 2 clips here and then select this and click delete. And now that's been removed. Now, when I go and upload, these 2 videos are going to be merged seamlessly together. This gray area represents nothing in the video. So I've effectively done real-time editing. Now, if I also want to be able to trim the video, let's say I spoke a little bit too much at the end, I can sort of trim it closer like this. Let's say I want to end it right there. Okay, and let's say I took 1 second to get the video started. I can tell because my lips are moving. I'll start it right beforehand. Boom. Now what I can do at this point is I can download this video into MP4 format, which I can upload directly to YouTube or social channels. I can upload it to Dubb. And then, of course, from Dubb, you can upload this directly to YouTube. So in case you guys don't know, there is the ability to take a video and upload it directly to YouTube. It is this button right here. So if you want to publish your video to YouTube, simply select this YouTube video and then select the channel. In fact, you can see we have multiple channels here for YouTube, right? So even if you have multiple YouTube channels, this is a fantastic way to start uploading your videos to YouTube, okay? You can also do this for social media. So this is a 16:9 classic letterbox format that's perfect for YouTube. But there is also the ability to create a video in a 9:16, which is what we call portrait mode, to create this for social media. And I can just go ahead and show that. Now, rest assured, all of these files are backed up. So anytime that you create a clip, or if you download a video, you'll always have a backup. So if something happens, if you lose something, rest assured you are going to have your backup files. And then if you need to, you can reassemble the video by simply going back to that clips page and then adding those clips and then reassembling them, right? So no stress here, okay? So any questions, any comments? I hope you guys are seeing how powerful this is. This is born from anxiety and stress in recording videos, in recording hundreds and hundreds of videos for social media and YouTube, and just going through the process of always knowing that it's going to require a lot of editing, or we've messed up a line and we need to go redo it. There's filler words, like, basically all those words that we use, no issues. Now what we can do is we can be hyper intentional with our video recording. We can speak in clips, we can trim those clips, we can get our minds together, we can read the teleprompter, and then eventually afterwards, we still need to, we can trim, cut, merge, upload. Really powerful stuff, guys. I hope you're as excited as I am. Can't wait to see you guys getting success. I'd love to see 100 YouTube channels get born today as a result of this, okay? The other thing that I promised to show real quick was the ability to change the side. So let's think about this for a second. How many people in the room have been looking for a reason or the ability or a tool to create really dynamic screen videos for social media? Give me a big fat 1 in the comments if you've been looking for a way to make better social media videos. I'm going to show you how to do that right now using the Dubb Desktop app, which is really interesting, because most of the time when you think about recording social media videos, you think about using a mobile app to record social media videos. Not anymore. Now you can be in the comfort of your home, of your office, using a tool, easy to use. You're not getting claw hands. You're not burning your eyes out. You're on your screen. You're comfortable. Here's how to do it, okay? What you want to do is what we recommend, you can do this on a webcam, but we actually recommend to have something visual. So let's say that I wanted to show this screen right here on the page. What I can do is I can put my circle here. I can minimize it to a comfortable place, and then I can actually record a video just like this directly from my desktop. Now, once I've done that, if I don't want to have my webcam on, I can shut it off. So if you want to do a faceless social media channel, no issues whatsoever. You can go to an article, you can go to, if you're in real estate, you can go find a home valuation report, an MLS listing. If you're a coach, a consultant, you can find something that exists on the internet. Maybe it's a slide, maybe it's an infographic, maybe it's a beautiful image or a meme, whatever it is, you can record it with your screen with or without your webcam on. And then once you've done that, you can go through the same process, record multiple clips, use the teleprompter, and then boom, you've got an MP4 file, 9:16 portrait mode, which then you can either upload directly to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, right here through your desktop, or if you want to transfer it on a Mac, you can use AirPlay. If you use Slack or email, whatever you use to transfer it to your phone, you can also do that. A lot of people don't remember this, but all of the social media channels have the ability to upload a video directly through desktop. Now, you're not going to get as many of the cool filters and the technology, but if you do want to get this into a desktop only situation, you can totally do that. Or as mentioned, you can transfer the MP4 file to your phone. So that was a lot of information, folks. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to go and check the comments and the questions. I'm sure you guys got them. We're here to support. Dubb.com/T, as in training, is where we will train you on how to use this if you have issues. Consider doing that update to the Dubb desktop app. You should see 4 point something eventually. Again, it is that slow rollout, so it will take some time.
Excellent. Good job, Ruben. That covered everything too. I was like, oh wait, don't forget the 9:16. So every time somebody sees that, they're like, wow, I can do this thing now. I don't have to use weird stuff. I can make them look good. So nice. Guys, next up, we're going to be talking about the improvements to the CRM We have listened to you guys, and we're so proud that many of you guys have found Dubb as your home for your CRM. Many of you guys still have existing CRMs. We love that you have those, and that's why we integrate with them. But for those of you that are not happy with your CRM or using Dubb as your CRM, we're continuing to listen to your feedback and continuing to improve it. So let me just run down a couple of the new features in the CRM of Dubb. So the two major overhauls have taken place in the actual CRM section itself and then the automations. So we're going to talk about CRM first. I heard someone's comment earlier was the workflows need to be more flexible, and I have some really cool updates for you. So hopefully it's what you need. So here is the contact records. A couple of really cool things that we've done is customizable columns. So before, these columns were not adjustable, and then now there's a nice edit columns button where you can actually make custom properties, custom columns, and then drag those into the order that you want them to appear in your CRM. So custom properties, custom columns. Second, in the actual contact record itself, there's a completely new layout where you can leave notes, manage tasks, activities. It's also going to have a timeline for this person. So everything that they've ever engaged with, you're going to be able to see here, and an overview of it on the right-hand side with their activities as well. And then here on the left, you're going to see that the properties are now all very easily editable. So you can just click to edit these properties, and it's going to update things, including being able to change like the stages or the tags and having that trigger other automations, which we're going to talk about next. So the Dubb CRM is continuing to improve in its functionality and its ease of use and sort of layout. And again, we are basing this off of what we're hearing from you guys. So those of you that are looking at Dubb as your CRM, using it or considering it, bring us your feedback, because we're always hard at work here in the shop. So lots of updates here, improvements, again, based on your guys' input. So this is the contact record improvements, the sort of basic CRM layout with the custom properties. There's also an ability to manage your things in groups so that you can there's a lot of backend management as well with the user types and things like that. That's more of a team situation. So this is what you guys will be looking at, those the front end user situations. Now, updates to automations. So if you guys aren't aware, Dubb has the ability to completely automate parts of your business, right? You can send emails, text messages, you can assign tasks and deals, right? The CRM also has your visual deal board. You can create people in deal stages, move them up and down, trigger automations that way. So updates into automations trigger into any part of the Dubb CRM. So again, sending emails, text messages, internal notifications, assigning tasks and deals to help yourself stay on target. All of those things are possible with automations. And one more recent update to automations is there is what's called a if-then branch. So what this means is you can send an email, send a video, a text message, something like that, and then you can decide if the person is going to take an action or not. Now, previously, this required a delay, meaning you had to say, okay, let's see if they click a button in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. You had to decide. And now it's much more robust in that you don't have to decide how long you want to wait. You can simply wait until they do the action. So you can send the email or the text or the whatever, and then once it's actually engaged with, clicked, watched, opened, etc., then your next automated activity can take place, like sending an email, or like send the email, send the text message, and then wait until they do the action. And only if they do the action, then create a task for yourself to call them or send another automatic email to them. So this is some of the updates to the automation. Another update is the triggers here. The steps are now matching exactly the first steps in the sequence. So it's a little confusing. If you guys haven't done automation, I don't want to overwhelm you, but I do encourage you to come join the training to learn about it, because I'm happy to show you and teach you how this can transform your business and help you in your sleep and on vacation and all that good stuff. So the other updates are the triggers. These triggers now are the same triggers in the workflow itself, so that it's easier to build and understand the automations because one directly relates to the other. So some direct improvements in terms of the if-then intelligence, the behavior, and also some user interface compatibility to make it, again, easier to build these workflows and more robust in terms of their functionality. So again, little bit more technical for those of you guys that are not here yet, but this is only because you haven't seen it yet. And when you have people that have helped hundreds, thousands plus people at this point learn and use automations in their business, you have this resource available to you every weekday. So I encourage you guys to take the leap and start learning. If it's doing this right now, I can promise you one day it's going to make you money if you can master this skill, because it's really the forefront, the future of sales and marketing, is being able to automate these parts of your business. It's also the end result of any successful business. There's all automated processes in every high level business, because you can only put so many man hours and so many people in front of a problem before automation is actually going to be a better use case. Many of the times, right? We're not awake at midnight sending emails, but our systems can. So, Ruben, we got some cool stuff on the mobile to show.
Yeah, definitely. I'll show, actually, I have one more thing to show, and then I'll show actually the mobile app. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is actually a tool that we've been iterating, and I'm going to show two tools for the price of one here. Here we go. I'm going to show Kyra using annotations on the Dubb desktop app. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so first of all, what is Kyra? Kyra is a speech analysis tool that we have been building that uses artificial intelligence to basically break down and do an analysis of your video. So in this video, I recorded a video doing an explanation. And what it's done here is the tool has basically told me how many words I have, what the duration was, what my word per minute is, which means am I talking too slow or too fast? What are my repetitive words? What are my filler words? I should know that my filler words are so kind of like actually and probably. This is like Toastmasters, right? Positivity, great. My language is positive. Persuasive, that's good. Empathetic, I put the word you in there. Powerful. Jargon, let's look out for this one, right? Profanity and slang, I'm good there. Now, the cool thing is that I'm going to show you guys that you can use the annotations tool on the Dubb desktop app to show a presentation like what I just did. So here we are in the Dubb desktop app. I'm going to click this button with the annotations, and I'm going to do that presentation over again. And I'm going to show you how much more powerful it is when you have annotations, because a lot of the times we know what we're looking at the screen, but the other person has no idea what we're talking about. Okay. It's a big, fat, wide open space of a bunch of colors. And here is how we can be intentional. So you can draw a triangle. We can draw a circle around something. We can do an arrow. We can do a bulleted list, or sorry, some text. And one of my favorite ones is automatic numbering. First thing that you want is cadence. The second thing is repetition. This is automatically numbering. So just think about, let's just take a pause here to think about how powerful this is in your visual communication. The biggest problem with communication is comprehension. We are talking, we know what we're talking about, but the person on the other end has no idea what we're talking about. We all need to do a better job to make our communication more visual. In fact, there is, if you actually study the neuroscience of, let me shut this off here. If you study the neuroscience of visual communication, you understand that the way that the mind works when consuming visuals is dramatically more faster with speed, but also when it comes to comprehensions when there are visuals. A visual is a talking head, just like me right now, but nothing compares to being able to show something. One of the famous things that we always like to say is show, don't tell. So if you want to prove yourself, if you want to get that validation, that proof, be as visual as you possibly can and consider using those annotation tools. The other one that I really like to use is the drawing tool, okay? So the way that looks is like this, okay? So I can just take my pen here and I can just draw. And then of course I can change my colors. Hey, you know what? Let's make it magenta. There it is, right? So annotations, it's that little squirrely line around the pencil. This is the teleprompter. This is your webcam. If you have multiple webcams, if you're a geek like me and you have like 3 webcams on your computer, you can do that. Oh, this is cool. If you have the updated version of Mac, if you're on a Mac, if you have the updated version of Mac, which I think is Ventura, you can actually use your phone as a webcam. Let's see if I can show you right now. So by doing that, it's going to enable, maybe I can't do it in the Zoom webinar, but normally this works and it's really powerful. I can use my iPhone as a web camera. There it is. Look at that. Maybe it's a black screen, but I promise you guys it works. There it is. I'm using my iPhone as a webcam now through Ventura, which of course you can use on the Dubb desktop app. Very powerful stuff. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you guys some of the new stuff on the Dubb mobile app. Any questions, any comments, any concerns? I'm going to clean up my desktop a little bit and just get prepared to show my iPhone. Now, just so you guys know, what I'm doing here is I'm connecting my iPhone through a cable to Zoom, and then I'm sharing screen from my phone directly to Zoom. So this is kind of a cool feature on Zoom if you ever want to show what's on your phone in a Zoom meeting. So that's what I'm doing. So nothing fancy here, but it is very effective. Cool. So let's see if this works.
And then to answer you guys' questions about the instructions. So this feature is so brand new. We could not wait to get it in front of you guys that we do not have the full robust instructional tutorial for the trimming. So this is the most instructional version to date right now is what we just covered. So it's coming very shortly though, guys. Don't worry. We'll have an updated tutorial for you guys on using the desktop app. The current tutorial has everything except for the brand new features we just released, which are the multiple clip recordings and then the trimming editing component. So everything else though, the 916, all that's included in the existing tutorial.
Yeah, and please put any questions and comments, concerns that you have for the Dubb desktop app or anything that we're showing you guys, because one of the things that we always do a very good job at is updating our support materials, but we need to make sure that we understand what the questions are, what the concerns are, because as part of this launch, of course, the training is a big part of it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share, once again, my iPhone through the cable, through Zoom, using all sorts of tech here. Let's see if this works. All right. Can you see my mobile phone?
Yes.
Awesome. Magic. All right, here we go. I'm going to go to the Dubb mobile app. Now, actually, a real quick break here. I'm going to show you guys that this is version 6.4.4. You are going to receive the 7.0 update. It's rolling out right now, and it has a lot of these features. So the first thing that I would like to show is the ability to add filters. Let me move this camera just a tiny bit. Okay, here we go. So these are the new filters on the Dubb mobile app. Okay, the first one that people have been asking for is smoothing. So I think 11 or 10 is kind of a good number. You know, it's the whole touch up my appearance thing in Zoom. So it's a very similar thing. What it does is it smooths the skin out a little bit. It adds a little bit of vibrance, glow. It just, you know, makes us look like our best self, right? So that's a nice one, very popular. Encourage you guys to check that out. And then there's so many in here. You can have fun with this. I really like some of these. I mean, some of these filters, for some reason, they help me improve my creativity. They sort of inspire me. You know, this exposure or sepia kind of takes me to a different place. So interpret these filters in any way that you want. Have fun with them. Find one that's for you. If you want to use the same one over and over again, that's great. Do that. If you want to mix it up and have some fun, that's cool too. Some of them get kind of funky towards the end. I kind of like this one, actually. There's something vintage about this one. And then they start to get really crazy once you go to the right. Ooh, this one's one of my favorites. Vignette. Do you see that? It's kind of a dark glow around me. I really like this one. I can actually increase the vignette or decrease it. I really like this one. This one would be really good for social media. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about in a moment is how to use the Dubb mobile app to record videos with multiple clips, with the teleprompter. We keep talking about this stuff, and then uploading these to your social media channels. Because folks, if we're not putting our content out on social media and on YouTube, we're missing out on a massive opportunity. Okay. The AI revolution is here, which also means that there's going to be more of a demand for the HI, the human intelligence. People want to see us, and we simply cannot scale ourselves. So I will be talking about that in just a moment. I could keep going on here. I'll just kind of jump to some of the super funky ones. There you go. They get crazy, right? So chances are if you want to close your next $1 million deal, maybe don't send this one, but unless you're selling X-ray equipment. Filter.
I like the comic one. I like the comic one.
The comic one, yeah. Have some fun with these guys. Just express yourself. They're tons of fun. One of the things that I really like to stress is this idea of recording a video on the Dubb mobile app using all this technology that allows you to post this on social media. Okay. So what you can do here is, number one is, let's just do one from scratch. I'm going to select my teleprompter. I'm going to select Dubb Magenta. Okay. I'm going to adjust the teleprompter like this. I can pinch like this. If you notice, my fingers are pinching like this. So I can actually increase and decrease the size of this font. Okay. I don't need to wear my glasses because the font's nice. And then I can either auto scroll, which will auto scroll it based on the speed in this slider right here, which you can notice right there, or I can use auto track. Auto track is actually using artificial intelligence to listen to what you're saying, recognize it, and then move on to the next word. So every word will populate in green. It's not for everyone. Okay. If you don't like auto track, it's totally okay. Just use auto scroll. This is really a creative choice that you guys can make. Okay. Remember, keep your eyes at the top of your device. That's where the webcam is. If you start to look down on the device, it's going to be obvious that you're reading, which I think is okay, but it's a best practice to keep your eyes up. This is exactly why we have scrolling. Okay. So I'll just record a quick line here and show you how this works. Have you been looking for a better way to integrate the most important aspects of your sales and marketing into a single platform? So there's my video. I can record multiple clips. I can scroll down, get prepared for the next one. You guys know it's going to merge these videos. I can trim these individual videos. If I click on them, I can trim them right there. Okay. If I spoke a little bit too much, I can also hold this button right here. I can hold it, or I can click it. So if I want to hold it, what's going to happen is it's going to record only while my thumb is on the trigger. And then when I let go, it's done recording. That is a really effective way to get a really tight clip. So Instagram, TikTok, they typically use this. Some folks tap and then it records and then they have to tap again, or you hold it down and it's recording while you are holding it down. So if you don't like the end of the video where you always have to go and you have to find the end button, and you don't like that in your videos, this is the way to avoid that. So tap and hold versus click and record. Okay. So that's just the best practice there. I've got my 2 clips here. I'm going to click the X button. I can add some production value to this if I so choose, right? I can import a clip from my device like this, which is going to take a little bit of processing time. That little circle button gives me the ability to record my screen on the mobile device. So if I want to record something from my phone, again, a PDF, an email, a document, a browser, anything that you want, that's a really good way to do it. And then, of course, you can import that into the project here, okay? There's also a virtual background. My background is not great for virtual background right now. Oh, maybe it's better than I thought, but you can see a little bit of pixelization right there. So choose this wisely. You don't have to have a green screen per se. You just need to have some sort of a homogeneous background. I think that seems to work. I think in this day and age, people don't really mind some of the glitchiness now. We're sort of used to it in Zoom and TikTok and all that. So just use that as you so choose. I have my 2 clips. Again, my goal is to merge these, add to production value, and then upload this to social media or YouTube. Okay. It's going to merge these 2 clips. Have you been looking for a better way to integrate the most? There's my merged video. I can add some music to this. I can trim this. I can add some text overlay. I can do a voiceover. That's what the microphone is. So if you're like, real estate agents love to do this. They'll do a home tour. They'll travel around an open house, and then they'll go back in after the fact and actually record a voiceover. They can do it from their car. Our car is actually one of the best recording studios because there's not a lot of background noise. So if you're in a situation where you need to record the audio after the fact, do it in your car. Record the clips in the Dubb mobile app, merge them together, and then do the voiceover otherwise. This little tachometer icon is a hyperlapse. So I can actually take a video and then increase the speed by 10x. So this is, let's say that you're doing an office tour and it's a 5-minute video where you walk through your entire office or home or whatever it might be. You can hyperlapse that video to be, 60 seconds. That way people can get a nice tour. So you've seen those probably on social media by now. That's just the ability to do that. Now at this point, assuming that I've done my post-production, I can upload this. It's going to upload into my Dubb account. But what I can also do is I can upload this to social media channels. Now, you might be asking, why do I want to use the Dubb mobile app to upload to social media when I can record directly from TikTok, directly from Instagram, directly from YouTube? I can record directly on my phone and then just upload that file natively. Well, the reason why is because, again, it's those individual clips and it's the teleprompter. That is why this is massively valuable. If you speak to people that fatigue on social media and YouTube, it's because most of the time it's either they don't know what to say, or it's because they fatigue during the recording process. So this is going to assist you to be able to do that, okay? Now, once your video is uploaded, all you have to do is click, I'll let this finish uploading. And in just a moment, I'm gonna show you guys how to upload this to social media. So we'll take a little break while this is uploading. And the next thing that I think we're going to talk about is Dubb partners. So Rob, I'm going to pass it to you, and then I'll come back and then show the next part 2 of the social media posting process.
Cool. Thanks, Ruben.
Yeah. Cool.
So Dubb partners, you know, the name kind of says it all. We've always had that in there because we feel that we really want to have a partnership with the people that love Dubb and are spreading the word about Dubb. And just want to give a big thank you to everybody out there that's been a partner with us already and has, you know, brought in revenue, brought in commissions, you know, done the work and enjoyed the tool of Dubb and spread it out there to the world for people to subscribe to it. So we really just want to thank you completely for doing that. And for the people out there that don't know about the Dubb partner program, you know, maybe you've got Dubb and, you know, you don't know about Dubb partners. All you have to do is within the dashboard inside Dubb, all you have to do is go over here, and inside the dashboard off to the right, you'll just see a little area, a little partners widget right here, where it will say apply now right below there if you haven't done it yet. And once you hit apply now, it creates a pretty little exact link right there that looks good. It's got your name in it that you can share, and that would be your partner link. And it's just a little setup process. You know, you approve your payment method, and then you're within the Dubb dashboard for the partner program, which I'll show you in a second. But the overview of this thing is the evolution. So we started where we said, okay, you love Dubb. There's 2 ways to sell Dubb, really. There's the indirect way, and then there's the direct way. So if the indirect way would be you're doing your business out there, whether it's insurance, real estate, coaching, whatever industry that you're in, you're actively using Dubb as your method of communication. So you would send someone a video like you normally do for your own business, and they would see that. And a lot of the time when I talk to people about this, they'll say to someone, wow, that's a really cool video. How did you send that to me? And then it kind of goes from there. But that indirect process of not really talking about Dubb, but just using the tool, and then clients notice it, and then they subscribe through your referral link, which would be a call to action button right below the video. It says something like get Dubb, right? Very innocuous, make videos like this. That's one way of doing it. It's indirectly, and that works as well. The other way is a direct way to sell Dubb, where you think about, okay, how does Dubb holistically fit into what I do with my business, right? So that would be a case where you could set up a Dubb preset. Now, Dubb in preset terms is this thing right here. It's a customized landing page, okay? If you're familiar with Dubb, it's where you're created with a logo, you've got a background, you've got playlist videos, you've got call to action buttons, right? This particularly is for Dubb. So if you're directly selling Dubb and you got a Dubb account, go in there and set up a Dubb preset. We have all the assets available to you, which I'll show you in a second. But the key thing to think about here is when you're reaching out to someone, okay, if I'm talking about Dubb, what's a great video that's going to play right after this to explain really what Dubb does? Well, we've got those videos right here. We have tutorials. We have testimonials. We have an explainer video, but then they've got to take an action. So say you've convinced them, oh, wow, this sounds really great. What do I do? Well, you click below and you can click the button that says get Dubb, which would be your referral link. Okay. Now we also have other cool buttons down here. Like, what is Dubb partner training videos? Well, when you click there, it takes that person to an entire library that we put together of training videos about Dubb. This is really a great way to be certified. So think about yourself. You're promoting Dubb. This is a wonderful sales tool to use to really convince someone, wow, I really want to get Dubb. This is amazing. Okay. But at the end of the day, you always need get Dubb in there. Okay. Because that's your referral link. And the great thing about this is when they click on that, drops a cookie in the browser. It's there for a period of time. Someone subscribes or they sign up. you're going to get credit for that. And that's the key to this whole thing. Now, from an overview, okay, of what this means, you're out there selling Dubb. Someone's interested. Oh, great. I'm going to subscribe. They hit the button, they go and they subscribe to Dubb. You get that 30% recurring commission. Okay. That's our tier one, 30% recurring commission. Those of you in the partner program know about this because you've been doing it. So the evolution now is a second tier that we have. Okay. So if you're out there and I grab Ruben, hey, Ruben, you like Dubb? Great. He signs up, subscribes. He loves it. I'm going to get my 30% recurring commission. But because I shared with him those training videos, he really started loving Dubb. He's like, wow, that really commits me. You know what? I think I want to sell Dubb, Ruben says. So then he goes out there and he gets someone to subscribe. I would get a 10% recurring commission on that person that Ruben brought in. So we've elevated this to 2 tiers now. So you've got the first tier, which is 30% recurring. That second tier is 10% recurring, which opens up a lot of possibilities, because when you've got someone convinced that they're going to buy Dubb through you and they become educated on it, they're going to go tell other people about it. So it's that really rewarding of how well you've educated that person and provided the correct assets to make that happen. Now, the assets part of this is one of the most important things. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you this within the Dubb partner dashboard. Okay. So within here, we've got our dashboard. If I go back over here to the top, let me move the Zoom stuff out of the way. So within here, your partner dashboard, you've got a number of things. You've got your details. You've got your referrals. Okay. You've got everything across the top that will give you the proper information about what you're doing. Rewards, sub promoters. Who are these affiliates that just became under you to hopefully get you that 10% recurring commission? We've got our payout section, but this section right here, assets, is one of the most important. So this is something that's going to create, when you're thinking about, okay, I want to sell Dubb directly, I want to create my preset with Dubb. You can make this, when I click here, well, what is this? Well, it takes me right to that page I was just showing you, which is the Dubb referral partner training page. Okay. That's an important asset for a call to action. What's this below? This is the YouTube listing of all those training videos that we have there as well. It'll take you right to the YouTube page here where we have the complete listing of all these videos. You're also going to have available to you this video right here. This is a video that Ruben and I did about 13 ways to promote Dubb. And it's a fantastic video. Sorry, let me get this stuff out of the way. It's a great video that tells you different ways to promote Dubb. It's a very important asset. So when you get a chance, check that out. Now, we also have this too, Dubb Partner Assets. Okay, so when you click on this, it's going to give you a number of assets. It's going to give you videos, playlist videos. It's going to give you logos. It's going to give you all the visual things you need to really flesh out when you're visualizing this for people. Okay, the last part of this is this. If you're a coach or a consultant and you're leaning into the aspect of, you know what, I really want to help businesses and salespeople increase their revenue, get their numbers up, and you're a Dubb user yourself, well, that's an easy lean into how it holistically fits into your business. Like if I'm telling Ruben, I'm going to increase your business, get it moving in the right direction. I work with small businesses of all size businesses, and I increase rev. What's one of the tools that I use? Well, my recommended video sales enablement tool of choice is Dubb. And this is the results that I've seen. And this is within my menu of services that I offer for people in their businesses. So it's all about thinking, how does Dubb holistically fit into what you do? And then it's about using our channels to spread the word. Now, you can always book a time with me. We can put my booking link in there if you want. It's dubb.com/book Rob. You can already book a time with me. We can go over strategy, anything you'd like to really help you get things moving in the right direction. And the last thing I'll say is, if you ever have someone or a group of people that are interested in Dubb, that you've created that interest, bring them to us. Darius, Ruben, and I, we'll jump in. We'll do whatever you need to be done, and we'll use your referral link to make that happen. So again, thank you very much for everyone that's doing the Dubb Partners already. And we welcome in people that want to start doing it.
And one last thing I'll add with the new system is the payout methods. You can actually connect your bank account directly. So bypass PayPal. Before, PayPal was one of the only payout methods, but now you can actually connect your bank account directly for payouts as well. So a little more convenience for you there. So excellent recap, Rob. And we can't wait to help you guys drive revenue. Like I said, I personally, like Rob said, I personally help people close deals to help them win revenue. I'll do my very best, right? I'll give them my best during that demonstration, and we'll do some follow-up and you know, do the best that we have here, as well as other members of our team. So we provide demonstrations for whether it's one person or a group of people. You send them our way, and we'll give them a nice white glove experience.
Nice. And then can you guys see my screen, my mobile? All right, so here we are on the Dubb mobile page for the video. I can click on this button right here on the top, this little up arrow. And then what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to download this video in a format that's perfect for social media, and then upload it into Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Now, these buttons are going to open up those respective apps. So you have to go through the process to click the plus button and then select the video from your library. It just takes about 2 clicks. Eventually, we're going to build native integrations. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do that because it's very, very deep kind of sort of integrations into those technologies. But for the most part, it's just about 2 clicks to upload these videos. So now the next time that you're looking to do a video for social media, consider using the Ira AI assistant. Okay, use the teleprompter, use multiple clips to record the video, and then download it in a format that's perfect for social media or YouTube. You can also do this for YouTube. And then, of course, publish it directly here from this app. So consider that. It will power up your social channels. And as a result, it'll power up your branding, your conversions. So many good things will happen.
Sweet. Wow, that was so fun getting to see all the stuff that we've created in the past 6 months or whatever it's been. We don't do a good enough job of announcing these things as we're building them. We're just like building and building and building, and they're like, oh wait, we got to go tell everyone about this stuff. So it's always super exciting to do that. It's like show and tell or something for those of you that enjoyed that school activity. So no, I love it. We got some questions in here. If there's anything else we want to present, Ruben, you could jog my memory. Otherwise, we can start jumping in here and ask and answer some of these. By the way, guys, many of your typed out questions were answered in the answered section already. So if you had a specific question in the Q&A, I answered most of those there, and I'll go through and finish those now. So cool. All right, and then we'll start going through the list. So I'm gonna start with the Q&A. Ruben, any final notes before we start answering some pending questions?
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for attending this workshop, this webinar. It means so much to us. Consider joining the Dubb Partners program. I mean, join and participate in our growth story and earn that 30% recurring commission and then 10% on your downline. Just imagine for a second if you had 100 people in your downline, all of whom are bringing in revenue for you on a repeated basis. Folks, we can see mortgages getting paid, car payments, second homes. There's so many possibilities. If you partner up with us, share the message, share the word. We've put so much into our technology to get you guys what you want, which is results. And now we can flip the script and have us pay you instead of the opposite. Thanks so much, guys.
We always do this because we're not trying to sell you guys. We're trying to let you guys know all the cool stuff we built. So we never do like the pitch at the end. But here it is, guys. There's code Magenta. If you're not already a subscriber, use code Magenta to save $30 off your first 2 months or $30 off of your annual subscription. If you're not a subscriber already. So if you're an existing subscriber, sorry guys, this one's not for you. But for people that haven't purchased or that are still on a trial or relapsed or aren't using it now, there's your opportunity. Upgrade for half off your first couple months. Reduce the friction. That's what we're all about, guys, making things as easy as possible. And if cost is the barrier, then there's a solution. And we know that once you guys start using it, you get a couple good responses from your clients or feedback, or you're able to actually produce some content. You're going to realize how powerful it is for you. So whatever you guys need to help get over that fence and encourage you to come. If it's a pep talk, come join the live training. We'll chat with you there. So whatever it is. All right. Good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start jumping into here, guys. I'm going to go to the Q&A just because it's shorter, and then I'm going to jump into the chat. So Matt, is it technically a new app? Well, yes, there's new versions of the app, desktop, mobile, and the website is automatically updated. So yes, technically a new version, but not a different app. John, looks like you were on a really old version on the desktop. So uninstall, reinstall. That, by the way, guys, anyone that if you're on any version, go ahead, just uninstall whatever you have now and reinstall, and that'll ensure you're on the latest version, even if you have automatic updates and stuff turned off. So uninstall, reinstall to ensure. Steve said, please show the switch again between horizontal and vertical. We can definitely do that. It takes just 2 seconds. And this is really valuable for you guys. So I want to make sure anyone interested in this knows how to do it. So this is using only the Dubb desktop app. This is not using the Chrome extension or any other, only the desktop app. Make sure you're on the latest version. And then right here is going to be the size, is the option for custom size. So first you select the drop down and choose 916. Then you're going to open the tool to select that custom frame. And so whatever your frame is on, that's going to be your 916 video. And if you want to include your bubble, actually I saw one of the chats, and I'm going to answer 2 questions at once. Someone asked, can we record with the bubble on our mobile device, like with the app? So no, while that's not possible, there are, on any device, you can stream your mobile to your desktop so that you can actually see your mobile device screen on your desktop. I know Mac and PC have that option with Android and iPhone. Now, iPhone to PC, that might be harder, but I know it's possible. So once you have your screen on there, you can drag your bubble over the top of it and then record yourself on top of your screen on your mobile device. So that is possible with the desktop app as well, just not the bubble on the mobile app. So anyway, this is the controls for the 916. And just to be aware, when you're in this 916, you won't be able to click on other stuff outside of this. It's just within the frame that you're recording that you can control things. You see the mouse changes as I go over that edge. So good. Okay, let me cancel that. Jump back in. Okay, Dawn had one about the tutorial that's coming. So that extra features with the trimming and merging is coming. Xavier, no, we moved from partner stack to first promoter, and that's why we were able to add the downline, guys. So we did switch partner programs. For those of you that were on the old program, we have a new one. It's better, and that's why we made the switch, so we can get you guys paid more. Valerie, what is the link for the training again? I'm going to put it in the chat right now, guys. Everyone, please come see me. Would love to see you there. Get your is coming. Dubb.com/T. That is in the webinar chat right now, Valerie and others. Eric, we can get you the recording. The whole thing's live, actually. We're still live. So come check out the live. We'll also have the recording there. Sean, any thoughts on adding features like captions that focus your eyes even when you're looking off to read the script? That I've not heard of yet. Sean, any thoughts of adding features like the captions app? No, I haven't seen or heard of that feature. This is how we build and hear stuff. We listen and research. So I'm going to type that in my notes here. Captions app eye tracking sounds like. So I'll check that out. Brian, on the app, when you make the video, did you say you can string several videos together? Absolutely. So Ruben showed that function. I don't have the high-tech setup that Ruben does right now, so I'll show the lo-fi version. But adding multiple clips together is very, very easy on the mobile. So you're here on the mobile, tap record. That's going to record a clip, and then you can tap again to record a second clip, and it's going to merge those two together. And you can also import from your phone into this thing and merge existing videos with something you just recorded. So yes, merging videos is possible now on the desktop and mobile. So it's been on the mobile, but it's also on the desktop now, which again is really cool because before it was just on the mobile. Okay, cool. And then Mac, where's the desktop version shown? So that is when you're on the desktop and you click on the desktop app. On Mac, it's up in the left, and you'll click Dubb, and it'll say About, and you can check the version there. I'm not sure on PC, though. Sorry. Does the Chrome extension need to update? When the Chrome extension needs to update, it'll actually tell you guys. So when you are looking at the Chrome extension and you click on it, it'll say Update Available. It'll be kind of grayed out over this section. So you can still click on it, but it'll let you know that there's an update available when there is one on the extension. So good question. All right, how do I integrate contact data from your latest referrals and your partner page directly into the CRM? That is really cool, actually, how we don't have that feature right now. So Ruben and Ina and Rob and I will put our heads together and see if there's something we can set up for that, where leads coming from the partner Ina, if you can just write that down as a note, leads entered into the partner program, how can we sync them to the Dubb CRM for, some triggering some automations and some stuff like that? That'd be really cool. So yeah, just take the note. Then again, that's how we build the platform. This is how we improve. So iron sharpens iron. We appreciate your feedback there. Very, very smart insight. Gregory, I'm logged into Chrome. So that is not the desktop, I think. Yeah, the desktop app is on the desktop app itself. And then the Chrome extension is just inside the browser. So make sure there's a difference there. I mostly only use the desktop app now, guys. We had the Chrome extension only for many years, and we just recently released the desktop app, I think a year ago or something. And it's become my favorite go-to tool because it's more robust, like the annotations, the pausing, keyboard shortcuts. It's just got more features. It's easier to use. And now with the edits built in, it's even better. So like I said, I recommend the desktop app for most people now. Good. Okay, I'm going to get through these questions now. So, okay, where everyone's from, appreciate you guys. We got people from all over the country, it looks like. I'm looking for some Croatia. There you go. I was looking for some outside countries. So appreciate you coming in from Croatia, Danjo. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It's like Daniel, but with a J in it. Okay, keeping going here. Paul, I do eBlast with High Level. So fantastic. We have a really robust integration with High Level. High Level is another CRM, sort of like a HubSpot thing. And if you have High Level, we have a direct integration with High Level. So by the way, if you guys don't know, the best way to get support on Dubb is this little green button right here. This is going to open up the instant chat, which we're all in. You can see there on myself, less than 10 minutes away. So this is the fantastic way to get support. But even faster than that is the search. So like, let's say if I just type in Go High Level, there's everything I need to know about how to integrate Go High Level with Dubb. You can see there I am with the hair down. I did a nice YouTube video on that using the desktop app. So that's it right there. And that's how you can send and track videos through High Level and many other CRMs, guys. So if you have something else like a real estate CRM or HubSpot or Salesforce or whatever it is, we're going to integrate with it. So enhance what you're already doing. Eddie, need better response from leads I send to videos. Eddie, that's a broad topic. We have a ton of strategy for that, but we would need a little bit more feedback. So if you can come to one of the live trainings, I can review what you're doing there and we can see what improvements we can make. That's exactly like why we host those trainings, guys. Come get the opportunity to get a little bit more personal attention at any subscription level. So Eddie, fantastic question. Personalization is key, right? Having your thumbnail be accurate for them, making sure you're sending the copy of the body or copy of the email copy, the email body, subject, all those are as personalized and pertinent to the person you're sending it to.
Movie camera star struck hate.
The AI started talking.
Movie camera star struck.
Okay, Jim, following up on leads and welcoming our new customers with our course and SaaS app. Excellent. So automation, right? For welcoming. I mean, there's some manual touch points, but automation works really well with onboarding because it's the same steps for everybody. So add video into those steps, Jim, make them much more warm, make them much more informative. So fantastic way to leverage video for onboarding and new customers. Increasing marketing presence, Bernie, you got it, friend. That's exactly why we showed and built this desktop app, was to increase your content output, because that's how you increase your market presence, is by either paid advertisements like bench ads and direct mail and billboards and online ads, or you're going to put in the sweat equity and create content that's evergreen. You know, you stop paying for the ad, it's gone. You put one YouTube video out there, it's free and it's forever. So that's why we built this for you guys. It's the key to increasing your output and your presence in your market. Lead generation, that's again a broad topic. What we were just talking about, content creation is a powerful way to do lead generation. But if Chris, you ever want to talk specifics for your brand, your opportunities, come to the live, and happy to give you some best practices there. Okay, Stefan, would really love to understand the CRM portion of Dubb. I use it in a very limited capacity. Yes, so we covered the CRM just a little bit. The idea with it, guys, is the CRM that you use is the one that's going to work for you. And so what the key that we're trying to balance here with our CRM is that we want it to be user-friendly. You know, some like literally like Salesforce, people need hours of training to leverage that thing. They need a Salesforce admin on their team typically to use this tool. And so we're trying to avoid that. We don't want to get into the realm of needing a consultant to use the CRM, but we are trying to keep it as simple as we can while retaining as much functionality as possible. So what we've done is we've covered the basics and then some extra features. So the basics, what I consider is contact management, where you're in the contacts, you can organize them with tags and filters and lists. And then of course, the activity, the journey, so you can see what they've clicked, what they've opened, and make decisions from that. So those are the most important parts of it, is the contact record management, where you can keep notes and all that, and understanding their activity, like where they are in the timeline. And then of course you have your tasks and deals. And that's really the culmination of what you were going to do with these people. Do I have tasks, follow up, give them a call, send the reminder, or deals where this person's moving down your pipeline in a visual sense, like appointment scheduled, qualified or not, sent to email, credit repair people, whatever. You can customize those stages. So that's the basic of the CRM there. Again, the idea with the CRM is to not overcomplicate it. And that's where people get lost, and they think the CRM is a headache. So when you try to do too many complex things, that's probably when that occurs. So, but I would use it for its basic functionality. Like if you have a meeting, update that note, because you're likely going to forget the outcome of that meeting in 2 weeks from now. So that's what it's for, is for more basic contact management activities. There's advanced stuff too, automations, workflows, how all that ties into it. But again, to go more robust, I would say come to the live, talk to us about a specific application, and then we can really drill down into the specifics of what you want to accomplish and how to best use it. So good. Okay, Hal, there was your in the chat and in the Q&A, so thank you for that integrating the affiliate data into the CRM. That's awesome. Custom video email contacts with my agents, Dawn. Right, so we can either use it for internal comms or equipping the agents themselves with video. If you guys have an interest in working with a team or equipping a team or anything like that, just come talk to support directly, and you'll get our biggest guns like myself here to come help you demonstrate or train or whatever for a group of people. Happy to provide that. Valerie, magenta is my favorite color in the box. Yeah, so we went around it for a while to come up with what colors we're going to use, and we figured that's a cool word, and the color is cool. So good. All right, here, let's see more questions to do. So Giacomo, can you use Dubb to create an auto reply on LinkedIn? So while Dubb itself can't send the auto reply, there's not an integration to the messenger component of LinkedIn. If you have a tool that does that, like any sort of automation on LinkedIn, Expandy or DuckSoup or anything like that, then you would add the Dubb video into that auto reply, but not something that Dubb directly integrates with now. We wanted to stay away from that just because of the scariness of having your account sort of deleted for doing automated things. We're a little shy of getting into that world just because we would feel so terrible if someone's LinkedIn got banned because of automated activities. John, current versions. Okay, we covered that one. You just uninstall, reinstall, you'll be on the latest. I'm so happy to see some of you guys have been around forever, since day one. That's awesome. Raphael, appreciate you guys. And Mac, the version number, just check the app or the desktop. I wasn't sure which one we're referring to there. Let me know if you have a follow-up question from that, finding the version on the app or the desktop.
And I can actually show you how to use Vera. So this is our text to video technology. And what happens here is as you start to use Ira, which is the AI assistant, you can give it a task or a prompt what to write. Here I did giving it write social media script explaining why it is important to use the Dubb SaaS video platform to drive more conversions. And then of course it writes something really nice. All I have to do is click the convert to video button. And then this now is going to take this text, and I can now...
Hey there, fellow social media enthusiasts. Let me spill the...
Now I have a couple of things I can do here. I can change the voice.
Movie camera star struck hit. Movie camera star struck.
I can also change the speed, the pitch. But more so importantly, I can actually upload a graphic. So here I have what you're noticing that this is doing is if I preview this This is actually
Movie
displaying.
camera star struck.
This is actually displaying those waveforms here. So now if I want to upload a graphic here, all I have to do is get a graphic that's 1080 or 1080 by 1920, and then which I can do in a moment here and show that. And then it's going to give a really nice branded visual. So you can put your logo on this, you can put a graphic, any type of image you want. And then of course you can use this for social media. You can upload it to Dubb, you can send it via email, SMS, whatever you'd like to do. So if you have, sound issues, or if you want to just be able to take text and convert it into a video, here it is using Vera.
Sweet. Okay, here, let's see here, guys. I think we're almost through these questions. Jose, Salom, this is the first time I've heard about your software. If you're still here, my friend, I would love to connect with you and show you how Dubb can help you, because we love doing that. It's my favorite thing. So, Stuart, can the AI view a video and then write a description for YouTube? You can use the transcription feature, Stuart, so you can have the video automatically transcribed, which is the closed captions. Then you can take the captions, put it into the AI, and say, write a description for this video based on the transcript. So just tell it exactly what you want. Say, write a YouTube description for this video based on this transcript. And it's going to read the transcript and then write a description based on that. So yes, it's pretty smart. It's almost as smart as you can make it, as you can use it. The more specific and granular you want to get, the more specific the outcomes are going to be. So good. And I think you answered that already in text, Ruben. And then Gregory, challenges with the teleprompter. Like I said, that it does require a little bit of practice. It does require maybe a rewrite or two of the number of lines, the number of words per line, or the amount of words per paragraph. You might have to revise that once or twice as you're reading through it, or maybe 3 or 4 times, depending on the length of the script.
Hey
But
there.
I do always recommend running through a dry run, or a couple practice runs, because you want to know what the next words are going to be, so that you're not like caught off guard in a transition and it sounds more natural. So for us, practice. Yep, right after that, exactly.
And then this is what it looks like when you add a graphic to your video. So this is a way to generate a video from simply using text. It's pretty powerful. You can use this, great for social media or any type of activity that you want. Here, what I did was I just snapped a screenshot, and then I clicked the upload graphic button. And then this is, of course, what appears beneath the talking head.
Fellow social media enthusiasts.
You can also remove the background colors.
Let me
So sky's the limit. Have fun with it. It's not for everyone.
Right. Yeah, it has its own opportunities. Most of the time, guys, we're going to recommend, there's a lot of AI stuff coming out there, like a AI generated video, right? Where one video and it changes your lips or your voice or something to be generated for more people. People can already tell that that's fake. Like, no one's being fooled by that, right? So instead of trying to create the impression that you wanted, which is, hey, look, I took the time to make this just for you. I'm a person, I'm a father, I'm a family,
Right.
and I'm reaching out to you. And it's the opposite of that, where they're like, hey, this was obviously generated by a robot. This is the same as a copy and pasted email, and it's going to have that same sort of landing. And oftentimes we're trying to generate the opposite of that, where we're trying to make a really special impression. So while there's a time and place for everything, most of the time, guys, I'm going to say stick to the basics. Send someone a personal video, put their name in the thumbnail, say their name, because they're going to hear it and say, wow, this person actually took the time to do that. I have countless stories of people saying, wow, when I sent a video to someone, they were like, wow, this was so cool. This was amazing. I've never seen something like this. It's so great to receive a video. And when they actually connect with that person, they're like, wow, it's like you're meeting a celebrity. It's actually you. It's such a different experience versus a cold email and trying to convert and impress people that way. It's a no-brainer. So,
and the thing with AI too is, like, if it's a distraction, if it's too gimmicky, it's just a distraction, and they're not even listening to the message of what you're trying to get out. And are they going to play the video again to even go back and see what the message was about? So it's important to keep it authentic and keep it real.
One other thing that happened is during Ruben's screen recording, someone pointed out that the control was visible during the recording. That was intentional. So there is a switch, guys, on the desktop app by default, meaning when you first install it, that switch is going to be turned off so that the controls are not visible during your recording. we intentionally turn those switches on. Like literally, they're probably only for us so that we can show you the controls as we're showing the software. But for you guys, it's right there. Ruben's showing it now. It will be turned off by default, so you don't have to worry about your teleprompter or your controls showing in the recording. So if you did nothing, your settings are correct. But if you go and change it, make sure you change it back. So good. If you're able to have multiple cameras, so Dawn, that was a great question. And then Ruben, we can't switch video or can't switch webcams during a clip. Like I can't record and then pause it and then switch a camera and then resume the video, right? It has to be a second clip.
No, you can actually swap your webcam. Just make sure you click the pause button and then select the new webcam.
So it can switch during a pause. Is that a new version, or I can't recall, because I know on a previous one we couldn't switch the actual webcam midstream sort of thing.
Oh, you're saying during a pause. Let me actually check that.
Yeah, I think it's going to require a second clip.
No, actually, here, let me share my screen. This is actually one of the updates.
Yeah, because I remember us asking for that. I didn't know if it was on this new build. So
right,
looks like it's already here. So sweet. Don Terrell, it's here, my friend. You can start with your FaceTime, your webcam on one angle, record, pause, switch it back to another camera, and then resume at the other angle. So
yeah, and actually there's another thing that we're going to add, which is in the shortcuts. Take a look at this. Switch to the first webcam. Actually, I'm sorry, this is added.
Oh, wow. So this is keyboard shortcuts.
Correct.
For doing what you wanted to, Don. So not only you don't have to come click the control, you can actually set up a keyboard stroke to switch to the different webcam. So pause with the space bar, shift 1 and switch to the cam 1, resume with the space bar. So very efficient recordings.
It's like the dub version of Ecamm Live almost, Ruben.
Yeah. Valerie, can you do transitions? And not yet. So like I said, we're probably not going to veer heavily into video editing stuff, because like there's Adobe, there's movie, iMovie. There's actually some really good free editors that have fantastic features. DaVinci Resolve is a very robust free version for any device. iMovie's quite robust and free for Macs. I don't think there's a PC version, maybe. But lots of free editors with a ton of features. So that's like trying to go compete with McDonald's as a burger joiner. So it doesn't make sense. So we probably won't be building a ton of editing stuff, but the trimming, the merging, that's where it's at. Real time editing. Okay, good. And does it have a mirror feature? Yeah, there's a mirror feature, right? To swap it. I think Ruben just showed that actually. Yes, there is the mirror, the webcam. And can we upload a video from okay, Lynn, I answered that one directly. Upload the same video to more than one. Yes, multiple channels, Stuart. As many YouTube channels as you want, you can upload to. And you would drag the clip. So Tony, you don't drag the two clips together. You just leave them on the desktop app. When you're doing the trimming, you just leave the two clips. You trim out the part you don't like and leave it, and it's going to merge those two together. So you don't have to do any dragging. And then Ruben's probably going to demo that for us in a second. But yeah, so with the trimmer, it's you just take out the parts that you don't like and leave it. So as few steps as possible, less clicking. Eddie, like drinking from a fire hose. Yeah, I know that's how these always are. We maybe wait too long to do 20 announcements instead of little ones. Good. Yes, recording is going to be live for you guys. Appreciate the feedback. Yes, lots of updates to automations. If you want to know more about it, come talk to us. Happy to help you guys. Gregory, Kyra tagged his words as we're tied up as profanity. I could see tied up as flagging our like inappropriate words filter or something, because that can be definitely used in a weird, or not a weird, I don't know what the word is there. It's definitely could be viewed as something erotic or whatever. Sweet. Peter used the number thing. Sweet. I didn't even realize the number thing, how easily it was, where you just click and it keeps adding the numbers automatically. So no, that was super cool.
Yeah, Lynn, welcome. I wanted to say, if you have a link that you can share with folks for your pro Dubb coaching, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also have Russ Jens here. So
Oh,
Russ,
cool.
feel
Russ,
free to
what's up, brother?
put
Pro
in
Dub
your
Coach Russ
link.
is in the house. Russ, if you could share your link, lovemydubb.com. I actually shared it up on the chat, but if you want to reshare that,
What's the cookie length, Ruben? Is it 90 or 180? I can't remember.
90.
90
Ina,
days.
it's 90, right?
90, yeah,
Yeah.
90
Yeah, so
days.
3 months, guys. So it is, I think it's last touch, right? So if you talk to them and then within 90 days, if they sign up, you are going to get credit automatically. Now, guys, if you made a little mistake, like let's say you did this amazing presentation to a group of coworkers that day, and then you forgot to give them your link and you're like, sure, 2 or 3 of them signed up, just come let us know. Come to support@dubb.com. That's our chat support. That's our live support. Come in there and then we can retroactively add leads to your account. You can also add leads, I think, but we can retroactively add things as well in case you missed some of your partners. So we want you guys to have that credit. We appreciate every bit of effort that you put into that for us, guys. And it means the world to us, and we will bend over backwards to give you what you deserve. So good.
Team Ina has done such a magnificent job building out Dubb partners, and so now people can have a downline and make that 10% off their sub promoters, which is so powerful. Not a lot of companies do that, but we're really excited about that. So, Ina, great job. Rob, awesome job building out that whole system, that whole ecosystem. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. Darius, awesome work. The Oracle. You guys, what else can we talk about? We could be here for hours, right? I know me. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I got some more steam, maybe a couple more questions, and I think we'll wrap it up.
Right.
Mark, the CAPTCHA, guys, CAPTCHA, we had to enable it. It is slightly annoying. Pick the pictures or whatever, but it is a security protocol, and it needs to be there. So unfortunately, no bypassing the CAPTCHA. You got to be a human to get in, and you got to be able to figure out a CAPTCHA as well. So, good. Let's see. Okay, Joe, if you are just a regular user and not part of the partners or access training videos, just learn. Yeah. So, Joe, dubb.com/academy. Actually, Ina, can you share the link to the academy page, like the support? So Joe, there's a whole library of all videos just for regular users to learn how to use Dubb. And then there's also the live training where you can come get like a specific use case based on what you're trying to do. So I recommend a hybrid. I'd love to help each and every one of you personally. If you want to come talk to us, I want to help you. And then also you can help yourself. There's lots of trainings there. Build it yourself as well. Do Windows version. Jamie, make sure you get that. It's just the dubb.com website, dubb.com/desktop app for the downloading the desktop app. Peter, maybe changing to Boomtown. So yeah, we have the level 1 integration with Boomtown where you can send and track the videos through there, but not the automatic API sync, Peter. So that would be a like a Zapier or something to keep them in sync automatically. So if Peter, if you get switched over to the new CRM, and if you can possibly just let me know the contact there, or if you don't have a contact, like a support email, just something, and I could say, hey, we're working with this account, because with these companies, they always want someone on the inside. Like if you're just a stranger approaching them and say, hey, we want to build an integration, they're like, well, who are you? Whereas if we come with a mutual client, that customer or that relationship is usually goes much better. Like, oh, okay, we already have mutual clients. We're more than happy. I think we already have some people on Boomtown, but having a fresh one right now, especially one that just switched, will light the fire for their team to work with us more quickly. So just Peter, you have my contact information personally. Just reach out and let me know that. If you guys make the switch, I'd love to build that integration. We're always looking to build more integrations, guys. It's a win-win for everybody. The recording, we'll be sending the recording, and there's also live. It's on 2 channels right now. So I don't remember where it is. Is it TikTok or Ina, do you know?
It's in YouTube, and yeah, I think Facebook got broken when we started, but YouTube is definitely the channel we're live.
Okay, and then yeah, YTech with the dual monitor situation. We have done some optimization for dual monitors. Ruben's always on two or more monitors, so it should be, the desktop app should work well with the 2 monitors. Just make sure that you have the controls on the monitor that you're recording. There will be an update where you just pick the monitor you want to record, so it will be changing. But right now, you just drag the control bar and the webcam onto the screen you want to record. and then that's the one that you'll record on. And then when you record, the finished recording will usually show up on your main desktop where you can edit it or upload it. So that is a typical experience. Matt, will you eventually be able to show a video and then use an AI person to speak for you instead of, right? No, that, yeah, there's stuff like that right now where you can have an AI like trained to sort of your picture, and you give it a bunch of stuff and then it can sort of talk on your behalf. But again, it's not for like relationship building or creating a good impression of a first impression. It's more just like, I don't want to do this video myself because it's like a training video or something. In fact, that's how all those AI synthetic video things are selling or marketing themselves, is for training, because they quickly realized it's not good for prospecting. It's not good for business development because it's not going to have the same effect as a personal video. So they don't even try to say it's for sales and marketing as much as they do it's for like training videos. Like Synthesia, I think, is the most well-known one right now. And that's what they market themselves as, is a training video platform.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research in this space, and it seems like the consensus is that it's great for support. You know, when you need, Tesla is actually deploying tests where if you're on the website, on the Tesla.com website, and you filled out your information, and you put your phone number at some point, and then you bounced, you ditched the site, there's an AI bot that actually calls you. And there was a viral post, I think on TikTok or Instagram, that I saw, where it's really decent. It says, hey, I noticed that you filled out the form and you didn't complete it. Is there any questions that you have? And then it sort of asked, it was sort of an advocate. It asked a number of questions, and it was very empathetic and good sort of engaging questions. And then at the end of it, there was a sales initiative where it actually booked a time where the person could go test drive the car. But in effect, it was more of a support situation. So if you have data that shows us that AI avatar-based videos are going to be effective for prospecting and nurturing, and that's actually going to drive some intrigue, some curiosity, and eventually a booking, we'd be happy to take a look at that, because as you guys know, we're always looking to innovate. And if that's something that is going to be effective for sales, we want to know about it. Just, we haven't really seen that. We've only seen it, as Darius mentioned, for support issues.
Cool. We got two more. Mark, best place to go for a tutorial on an effective email for demonstrating. Okay, Rob, let's take this in our notes. This is going to go in our partner assets. We're just going to do a nice screen recording, a step-by-step walkthrough of here's how to sign up, because there are a couple steps, like entering a website. Do I have a website? What if I don't have a website? What if I'm not putting in the full URL? What's my team name? So Mark, I appreciate that, and definitely we will have that in the assets. So Rob, if you could take a note of that, we'll get that knocked out after this. Having a nice tutorial for just the step-by-step sign up to make it as easy as possible.
Got it.
We'll make that available to you. And then Rich, when merging the video clips, is there a time limit? What's the time limit on the mobile, Ruben? Is it 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
10
minutes on the mobile, Rich. I don't think there's a, did we hard code a limit into the desktop app yet?
No, I don't think we have, but we probably should.
yeah, because because if it's going to go over like 2 gigabytes or something crazy, it's probably not going to upload, might crash the app, something like that. So probably not any intrinsic limits right now, but we will probably be implementing some, like maybe a 1 gigabyte, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. So currently 10 minutes on the mobile app, maybe 10 minutes on the desktop, nothing in place yet. So if you're doing a 30-minute video and it crashes, don't worry, you have backups saved on your desktop.
I mean, that's why it's actually good to record in individual clips, because every time you're done recording, clicking the pause button is great. But once you have the idea down, click the check mark, and then that video clip will be completed, and then it's going to be saved into your movies folder, movies/dub on your Mac, and then your basically an equivalent folder on PC, so that in the event that something does happen, because I mean, let's just face it, this is video editing and video recording takes a lot of CPU usage. I mean, I had to upgrade my computer because my old MacBook Pro was not able to manage all the video recording I was done, and it was dying and it was crashing, and it wasn't the fault of the app. It was simply that there wasn't enough RAM and there wasn't enough computing power, specifically within the CPU. So if you are noticing lag issues on your computer, I'm telling you, buying a new MacBook or a new PC with 32 gigs of RAM is going to be the app. I cannot think of a better investment that you can make in your life.
How much is enough? I mean, I think it's just 16 gigs is the sort of minimum. The highest performance requirements is probably going to be the desktop app or virtual backgrounds. Those are the things that are going to take the most juice. Here, webcam's off. Those are the things that are going to require the most juice from Dubb. Did my camera get shut off? Or, oh no, I think it's just showing somebody else's. Anyways, 16 gigs of RAM is enough. But like Ruben just said, if you are having any other device issues, we do encourage you to try to get a new computer because, you know, like we invest in ourselves all the time or we don't, right? I mean, I would say if you're working from your computer, that's your primary breadwinner. I would want a high performance device. I'm blessed to have this beautiful Macintosh here, like a 2020 or something. It's fantastic. And I have zero complaints and zero interruptions in my productivity. So I highly recommend a newer device if you guys are struggling. I will say I've worked with some people closely and their devices are old or slow, like it's tough, you know, and I just feel bad. I was like, man, you know, because over a day's time, you're probably losing an hour of waiting for things to load and restarting or closing, you know, just trying to manage the lag. So hour a day, 10, you know, 5 or 10 a week, too many a month, definitely worth a new device, especially like I said, when it's your primary source of income is your computer. It's worth the investment. So anyway, I think that's everything, guys. That's all the questions and chat. I promised we would get through them. Sometimes we don't, but we did this time. So good. Yeah. And Tony, the dubb.com is the website, and then the app is different on the mobile device, or it's different from the desktop application. So there are 3 different applications, technically, Tony. There's the website, which is dubb.com. There's the desktop app, which goes on your computer on your hard drive, which is from dubb.com/desktop-app. It's a separate install. And then you have the mobile app, which is on your mobile device, your Android or your tablet or whatever you have. So, all right. Well, that's it, guys. Everything. We really appreciate you guys. Seriously, can't thank you enough. You guys make this all possible, feature-wise, inspiration-wise, everything. So we want to continue to invest in you guys and our technology, in ourselves as educators, as trainers, as technologists. This is our mission. This is our journey and our passion. And so we love that you guys can be a part of this, and we want to share the profits with you too. So let's do it. Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. See ya. Happy Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.